Why, hello everybody. Welcome to week 14 here in Introduction to Criminal Justice. Just got a couple things for you. The semester's almost over. I was going to say everybody catch up, but I think I've only got, of the students who haven't effectively dropped out, and I've got 4 students who haven't done anything for at least the last month. So they've done everything except officially drop the course. Everybody else is almost completely up to date. I do have 2 students who have not participated in the class video presentation discussion, either asking questions or answering questions, and they probably should do that. You're not going to get 100% of the points because it's a little late, but you still can get some points if you're one of those 2 students. Please do that. Everything else is pretty much up to date, which is really good. It's also kind of important because we're right at the end of the semester. We've only got 2 more weeks of instruction, and then the final week we've just got a couple discussion follow-ups in a final discussion that are going to be due. Okay, so let me get out of the way and we'll talk about what's going on this week. First thing we're going to talk about is the course evaluation that should be live, available to you now. Please complete these. I know a lot of people don't really like doing them. I remember I didn't like doing them when I was in school because I kind of think it's a waste of time, but in reality, it's not. I have redesigned my courses based upon suggestions that were, placed in these course evaluations. The one thing I normally get for the online classes is people want me to do away with the discussions. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to tell you up front now, I can't do that. We have to show some student participation for accreditation purposes, and the way it's done in this course is, the discussion boards. I think you prefer that than having to write a bunch more papers. So that's kind of the way things are done, just to let you know. However, I will say that the style and the way I do the course discussions has been altered because of comments made in these course evaluations. So talk about them. I kind of re-geared them towards helping students to study for the exams instead of more, I guess, broad-based discussions on topics because, well, quite frankly, my exam scores were getting low in the online classes as opposed to the face-to-face. So this has helped. It kind of forces people to study. Again, this is suggestions that I've gleaned from y'all. So please complete these and make your suggestions. I'm not going to say I'll implement them, but I will look at them, and I have implemented some. I haven't implemented all, especially not. I do away with the discussions. That's not going to work. But to complete the course discussions, if you click on this link here, it will open in a separate page. It gives you some some information. You will sign in. I believe you use only, there it is, only your username and not your entire email address. So everything before the @student.alvincollege.edu. So your username would go in there when you log in, and then it will bring up your classes. You can do all your classes at once if you want, college-wise. So let me get back over here to talk about what else we've got going on this week. So this week we're going to be looking at Chapter 14 on community corrections, probations, intermediate sanctions. So get the exam review that I was talking about in your discussion. Start working on it as you are watching the video, reading the chapter in the book. Then submit your discussion, take your quiz, look at your scores. Keep in mind that you can go back right now and retake any quiz that's below 100. Well, you can retake any quiz even if it's 100, and it's not going to hurt your score if you make a 90 because you get the highest score you get. So when you're starting to study for the final exam, it wouldn't hurt to go back and look at the quizzes again. I say this because the cumulative portion of the final exam comes directly verbatim from the quizzes for chapters 1 through 12. So if you kind of retake them, that's 30 questions out of the 80 questions are going to be quizzes for the first 12 chapters. In addition, chapters 13, 14, and 15, approximately 10 to to 20 of the questions of the remaining 50 will come from those quizzes too. So look at the quizzes. You can retake them all. Definitely retake any that are below 100. You look at your test scores, or your final average, and especially if you're right, and on the cusp, you probably wouldn't hurt you to retake them. Not only would it help you to study, but it could be the difference between a A and a B, or even worse, between a C and a D, or a D and an F, if you're just right there at that level. So kind of look at that. And then, of course, you do have to do your follow-up post for discussion number 13. Most people are getting those done correctly now. So, at this point in time, I would hope everybody would be doing them right. A couple people are missing some of the follow-up posts. I think a lot of it has to do with how busy people are. But also remember that, again, you're talking about your final grade. So just kind of keep that in mind. Well, that's all I've got for you today. I wish you luck in the next couple weeks. If you're graduating in May, I'll be at graduation. We're only having one graduation ceremony now, which is great. We used to split it in two, and half the students that I had that graduate one day and half the other day. And I'm sorry, but didn't really want to attend 3 different graduations in the semester, and I normally attend 2, the police academy, and then the actual graduation. And now they're actually doing, I think the fall graduation's all done in summer, so we've only got one big graduation. It worked out really well last spring, or last May, when we graduated at the stadium that we're going to be at. We got beautiful weather. Hopefully we'll have that again. And it was really a nice graduation. And, you weren't packed in like we were in the gym. There was room for families to be there. So I think it would be good. If you're going to go, we'll look for you there. That's all I have for you. Again, I will talk to you later.